meet my friend Troy Malillo?
That doesn't ring any bells.
You would remember Troy. He leaves an impression. He has this long, like ZZ Top beard.
No, I definitely didn't meet him. What about him?
Well, he went to Atlantic City last week to do some late-night gambling.
Does he have a gambling problem?
Well, not compared to other problems in his life.
Did he win?
Well, you could say that. When he got there, it was raining, and he accidentally drove down the wrong way of a one-way street.
Did he get pulled over?
No sooner had he made the turn, he heard sirens and he saw flashing lights in his rearview mirror.
How much was the ticket?
He didn't get a ticket.
He didn't get a ticket?
He didn't get a ticket.
How did he get out of it?
When the officer came to the window to get his registration, he pretended to be Amish.
How did he pretend to be Amish?
Well, first it helps you have a long beard, and then he spoke to the officer in a Pennsylvania Dutch accent.
What did he say?
Oh, jeez, officer. I'm not used to this city driving.
It's my lucky day. It's my lucky day. It's my lucky day. My lucky day. Don't need a pot of gold, a rabbit's foot or to be told. It's my lucky day. It's my lucky day.
I figured out why so many drivers don't use their turn signals.
You figured it out.
I figured it out.
Have you informed CNN yet?
Not yet.
So I'm the first to know.
You're the first.
So I'm the first. Well, don't keep me in suspense. Why don't drivers use their turn signals?
I'm fully convinced that the drivers think the extra electricity of the blinking bulb drains their batteries.
I don't believe that at all.
Okay, Miss Smarty Pants. Why do they not use their turn signals?
They're lazy?
You know, I would love to argue with you and tell you that you're wrong, but I can't.
Have you noticed that drivers are getting worse?
It's so bad out there, it can only get better.
I think bad drivers seek me out.
I think bad drivers have my GPS on their phones and follow me around as I drive.
But seriously, don't you think the drivers are getting worse?
You know, I've noticed a new thing at stop signs.
What's that?
You know, when other drivers see me stopping to slow down to stop, they see me stopping and then go right through.
Really?
Really?
That's never happened to me.
Could it be because you don't stop at stop signs?
I stop. Maybe not at every one, but I stop.
You know what's really annoying when driving?
I can only imagine. Let me guess. Texting.
Well, I don't like texting because it's dangerous, but I don't find it annoying.
Okay. So what annoys you?
When I come to a stop sign at the same time as the other driver, and then I wave them through, and they don't give me the wave back.
Are you talking about only at stop signs, or what about when you wave a driver through doing a left-hand turn?
Oh, especially then.
You're right. That is annoying.
You're right. Sometimes it takes me hours to get over it.
Whatever happened to the courtesy of waving back?
My record is 3 days.
What record?
It took me 3 days to get over it when this lady didn't give me the wave back.
Really? 3 days? You have issues.
That's not news to you.
No, just stating a fact.
I can understand it if they thought they were draining their batteries, like the turn signal.
But that isn't the case.
No, it's not. I always give the wave back.
Me too. I always feel good when I give the wave back.
Me too. Why doesn't everyone give the wave back?
They're lazy?
Do you know what's worse than not getting the wave back?
I can't wait to hear this.
Getting ripped off at the garage.
That is the worst.
Right?
They try to take advantage of me because I'm a woman.
Well, it's worse for me.
Why is it worse for you?
The mechanic just takes one look at me and knows I have nothing about car repairs, and then he gets dollar signs in his eyes.
So you can see dollar signs in the mechanic's eyes?
Well, they get this look on their face like they can spend an extra week at the shore next summer.
You're right. That is worse than not getting the wave back.
This one time I told the guy I wanted the oil change special. When I came back, he told me my car needed over $600 in repairs. Now, I knew my regular mechanic would have told me if I needed those repairs. So I told him that I didn't want any of them.
So what did he say?
He didn't say anything, but he got this look on his face like he was going to have to cut his vacation short next summer.
What a jerk.
Wait, it gets even better. When he rings me up for the deluxe oil change. And it was only when I complained that I wanted the special that he rang me up at the lower price. Another thing you have to watch out for is when they do the evil scientist thing with their hands.
What's that?
You see any man doing that, be careful.
I went to the dealership once because my check engine light was on.
Don't get me started about the check engine light. That is the biggest ripoff.
So I get there and the guy looks over my car and then tells me my fuel system has to be cleaned out.
How much does he quote you that's gonna cost?
He tells me $160. I hate that the light is on, so I tell him to go ahead and do it. About an hour later, I get in my car and the light is off. I don't even get 1 mile down the road and the light comes on.
Not even 1 mile?
Not even 1 mile.
Did you go back?
I thought about it, but my dad goes there and he really loves the place.
That's how they get us. They count on us not going back.
Did you ever go back?
Sadly, I can't say that I ever have, but I do hold their feet to the fire when I'm getting the repairs done.
What do you mean?
I went to this mechanic, and he gives me this list of repairs, and I'm looking over, and I see Johnson gear. And I say, "What's a Johnson gear?" And he says to me, "How much do you know about car engine?" I tell him very little. He said, "Johnson gear is part of the engine." So I tell him, if I Google Johnson gear on my phone, what will come up? And then he turned a whiter shade of pale.
He didn't.
Oh, he did.
What did he say?
He didn't say a thing because he knew he had gotten caught.
I've got to start holding their feet to the fire before I get my repairs done.
Always be on the lookout for the Johnson gear, the Smith rod, and the Williams cylinder. You ever gotten out of a ticket?
You mean speeding?
Any moving violation.
No. You?
What are you guys talking about?
Getting out of tickets.
Ooh, I got out of a ticket once.
How did you do it?
I actually didn't have to do anything. Turns out when the officer came up to my window, it was the guy I went to high school with, so he let me off with a warning.
I wish I knew at least one of the officers that gave me a ticket.
How many tickets have you gotten?
Never mind. You never said if you got out of a ticket.
Once.
How'd you do it?
Once I went through a red light, and when the officer came to the door, he saw a young man in a suit about to pee in his pants, and he let me off with a warning.
Pity is so effective, even if it was unintentional.
This isn't fair.
What's not fair?
It seems like everyone's gotten off once with a warning except for me.
What do you do when the officer comes to the window?
I'm cute and flirty.
There's your problem.
That's it.
What's it?
The officers get cute and flirty all the time.
They're immune. You may as well be cursing the guy out.
Cute and flirty only works in the movies.
Well, next time, I'll make sure I have urination face. Then the officer will take pity on me.
Before you go getting all crazy and upset, Ella, think of all the free dinners, the drinks, the favors, the vacations you've gotten just for being cute and flirty. Now, take Jim here. How many vacations, drinks, dinners, and favors do you think he's had for being cute and flirty?
Thanks. I feel better now.
Good. Well, Ella, you can add this to your list.
I'm not.
Up. You will pay the bill up front. Remember, Jim, there to hear it.